Without further ado, let's bring on our first guest, Vanessa Braxton. Vanessa, welcome to the show. CEO Money, thanks for
Thank
being here.
you. Thank you for having me. Great.
My
I'm
pleasure.
glad to be here. How are you?
I'm great. Now, I know that you're born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and you come from a background in corporate and government industry. And, you've managed construction engineering contracts with over 300 million people over 300 million for the U.S., United States government in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then you actually went into retirement from engineering and construction. I want to give you the table and allow us to get a feel for who you are, and then let's dive into your company.
Okay, yeah. I did construction engineering for 20 years. I know I sound a lot younger, but 50 is the new 35.
Mm-hmm.
But I did that for, a good 20 years, and I oversaw a lot of construction contracts and dealt with a lot of small businesses as well. I was the actual authorized user. So if somebody got a government contract, they had to deal with me because I was the one that had the purse string. So, I had 200 engineers under me, and, I basically had to bow out of that after, working in a very high position as the only African-American female in that position out of 77,000 employees. So, when you go up the ranks of government and you're involved with a lot of money, sometimes you just got to bow out while you're up high.
Yeah.
And I started my own business.
Now, this is a really cool business. I have to samples, please. I mean, send me some samples. I got to see some. All right, Black Mama's Tea. All right, number one, how'd you come up with the name? And talk to me about your teas and your cafe mission.
Okay, how I came up with the name, God honest truth, we were drunk. That's the best way. We always played spades. And, for me, I started with the vodka. Of course, I took my retirement money and, of course, my husband's retirement, too, called 401k, and said, hey, why not we just spend $1 million, all our retirement money for a liquor company and, build and partner with a distillery. And so for me, I looked at it as, I'm black, I'm the mama, I make the vodka. And my husband was like, okay, so that's what it'll be. It's as simple as that, But also to think about it because, I've always been an investor. I said, look, it's not about just black, to think about black is positive. Do you want your money in the red or do you want it in the black?
Right.
Which one? You want to, so it's about positive. Women are 51. Come on, we're doing the majority of purchases in the United States. We buy stuff. We buy beer. We buy everything. Because I buy for my household. So it's about positive women with discretionary income to buy what we want. So that's why I was thinking in terms of Black Mama. Not only that, I'm a mother. So my thinking is very different than a 22-year-old woman back in the day. Right. So I cater to women. That's why my product's called Made by a Woman, for women, but still strong enough for any man. Black Mama. Vodka. Okay?
Okay, I get it. Great slogan. All right. Now, you go from, you said you own it from blockchain to from the farm to the table. What does that mean to everybody?
Well, as having the liquor company and having Black Mama Vodka out there, I make a chai tea vodka, green tea vodka, and, it's all infused with teas. Reason being is that a lot of the products out there have chemicals, including the vodka that's in your house. Seriously, so they'll say made with natural flavors. No, that's the name of the company, okay, that supplies the flavoring chemical for your
right.
spirit.
Okay, I get it.
It's not real. So we started with the infusions to keep it as healthy, I can per se, or chemical-free as possible. And from that, I had so many tea leaves left over, I said, hey, why not just start a tea company, Black Mama Tea? So I started selling the teas to a lot of my customers who were already buying the vodka because I was using the same tea leaves to make my chai tea, green tea, my pomegranate tea, my soursop tea, which is an aphrodisiac, watch out.
Nope.
And it was, so it only made sense. So what I did now is I buy directly from the plantation, and I partnered with co-ops in other countries, like in South Africa. We're helping a woman, this women, farmers, and helping this Japanese farmer, same thing in China, in India. So I buy directly from the plantation, no middleman. Not only that, now I have my own manufacturing facility. So we don't, it's manufacturing. We make the actual tea bags here, right here in the United States. I have a patented product, which is a biodegradable, non-GMO, organic, plant-based tea bag that holds whole tea leaves.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I do. I get you. Now, you started in Long Island, with your flagship store, and you're looking to build out to at least 150 locations in the future, right?
Absolutely, and I'm going to franchise it. That's the intent, having the flagship store,
mm-hmm.
and then building out and having more across the country.
How many customers I've only got about 2 minutes to really push in a lot of information. How many customers do you have now?
I have 26,000 customers that order online.
What do you want to do next? I mean, we're going to build out to 150 locations. You've got to raise money. You've got to move that money into the company to build out. But, I mean, your next move on this is 150 locations is a statement, a process. What's next?
Absolutely. Well, what's next is I'm going to do a, crowdfunding equity and possibly go into a Reg A future down the line, to build all of this, because this will create jobs in manufacturing, because I use other small businesses to supply, their products in each location.
Okay, so you get the money. Let me jump in and help you with this. You get the money. You're going to expand your brand. Are you going to do that through marketing, through IT side? How does that happen for the investor? He comes in, here's the money. What are we spending it on? I got about a minute left.
We're spending it on building it out and marketing and creating additional products of the brand, and we're selling it to our existing customers, and then we're utilizing the affiliates that we have with the other brands to bring in customers for the experience. So it's not just the marketing, it's the build out, the working capital to build that and to expand further, and possibly also building other facilities to take care of each Black Mama Teas and Cafe location.
We've got to close now, but how would our audience of investors, and that's the only people that want to listen to this show, how do they reach you to try your product and potentially talk to somebody about investing in your company and go for the ride?
Oh, you can definitely, you can go to our website, which is www.blackmamateas.com, and you can send an email to info@blackmamateasandcafe.com.
Perfect.
But our products are definitely there for them to try.
Vanessa, you've been a great host. Your referral from our title sponsor, Tycon Partners, Glenn Bierman. Thank you to both of you, and meaning Natalie and Glenn. But yes. Vanessa, thank you. You've been a great host. I want to have you back on the show. Please, samples if I can.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
All right. We'll talk to you later. You've been listening to Michael Yorba and Vanessa Braxton on CEO Money. We'll be right back on the other side of the break. We're going to do the private equity spotlight.